Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So melodyshari dropped some interesting tea during this interview with Jay Nash. She says that Martel doesn't want to just co-parent. He wants her back, and I think many of us knew that. So I'm going to give my reaction and a little commentary. Let's take a listen. This is a really good interview. I'm not going to play it all, but just snippets. Let's hear.
I got my girl in the studio, Melody Halt. What's up?
Melodyshari.
Okay, listen, are we just going to drop that Halt or no?
Yes, of course. Of course. You know, it's been a process.
Ooh, child, Melody, it has been a long, daunting process at that. Honey, my spidey senses tell me that the legal court proceedings between Martel and melodyshari are close to an end in terms of the custody battle. And I feel wholeheartedly that she will win if she hasn't already, because she can't discuss. And I noticed during the Old Lady First panel with Bondi Blue, Niecy Dixon, and Jamie That's Me, she clearly wouldn't discuss anything about the custody proceedings. But I'm thinking she is going to officially be melodyshari sooner than we think. Let's continue.
Yeah. I got a sister who's beautiful, well-educated, and she ain't taking no crap. Over the seasons, I'm watching everybody just target you. And I'm like, why is that? What's up with that? How do you feel about that, though?
So unfortunately, I think that people feel like, hey, if I come on this show and I go after Melody, it gives me an opportunity, right? Because we know that she's, one of the main pieces to the show. If we go after her, we're going to get more camera time, and that's going to give us more conversation that's going to make the cut. It's going to make the edit.
You are the it person. I mean, we can't deny it.
What's so interesting, if you literally sat down and asked each of them, but what has she done to you? Mm-hmm. But what did she do to you? They don't have an answer.
Unfortunately, heavy is the head that wears the crown. People will come for your spot and try to trick you out of your spot. So when it comes to melodyshari, honey, they cannot compete with where they don't compare. And many of us watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, and we are avid watchers of the show. And we have seen season after season where even the mothers, even before Miss Betty Steele and Stormy, her mom, before they came up there, we saw it with Letitia Scott's mother, Wanda, who's just vying for attention and vicariously trying to live through Tisha, vying for camera time, right? Coming for Queen Mel, okay? Siding with Martell, anything just to get camera. I guess negative attention is attention nonetheless. Honey, it didn't work because the people from OWN and the network, they said, we not having it. They must have put the smack down not only on Carlos, but through Carlos. And see, this is not necessarily from Carlos's own volition. This came down from the OWN network, honey. They's like, no. You're not going to mess up our number one show because you have a den of thieves of envious and jealous cast members who want to come for the queen's spot, right? This is chess, not checkers. I don't know what y'all thought this was, but honey, y'all better play y'all position and get in where you fit in. Let's continue.
So, all I'm doing, I'm enjoying the moment, living my life, learning myself post-divorce, taking care of myself, taking care of my children, and just continuing to push forward in life. And that's what it is for me.
Yeah. Well, congratulations for doing that. Did you have to go through like a healing process, seriously, after being, on this show? Your life is just being overly exposed, going through a divorce live on television. Yeah. Did you have to just take some time and just say, you know what? Let me just go unplug from this mess and let me just really seriously kind of like dive into my self-worth.
So I don't want to play the entire interview, but Melody goes on to tell Janae Nash that this is the most alone time that she's ever spent with herself her entire life, and it is definitely a healing journey for her. So she does everything within her power to continue to be the best version of herself and pouring into herself to ensure that her cup can run over. And having to do all of this on national TV, going through a tumultuous divorce and having to deal with the various opinions and things like that that come with it, that it has been, a process. But as we know, the queen is continuing to persevere and she is queening. So let's continue.
There's just drama after drama.
How do you do it?
And that's why I have to unplug. After, I finish filming a season, I have to unplug in order to take care of my mental health.
Good for you. I think it's well deserved that you need. I have some questions for you.
Oh, shoot. Now, where these questions come from? Because I didn't say I was answering now.
On Instagram, I had the post, hey, you have any questions for Melody? And I do. One of the girls, it was a good one, though. It's a good one. She says, D-Fits and Associates on Instagram said, where does she gather her strength from and continue to just push through?
Oh, so I just came out with a merch line called Push Through because God said so. So I'm so grateful and thankful they use Push Through because that's literally what I've been doing is pushing through. Some days I'm stronger than others, you know.
We all are.
Absolutely. You know, I like to say I pull strength from God, from, you know, my ancestors, even because I look at it like, think of all the things they went through, right? And if they went through that and they made it through, then I'm going to make it through this. And so I literally wake up every single day saying, this is what my day is going to look like. This is what my week is going to look like. And this is what my life is going to be like. Forget what has happened. Forget all the ways that the enemy has tried to attack me. I'm going to win because that's what I'm saying for myself. That's what I'm manifesting for myself.
Yes.
And I live that every day.
Y'all hear this growth? Like, I'm trying to tell you, you have completely did a 360 on this show. And that's why I feel like you've just really have outgrown the cast for the most part. Because sometimes you got to put your big girl heels on, right? And just walk away from the bull crap.
Yeah.
And, okay, here goes somebody. Sue said, when will she lose the attitude? I don't really see the attitude, but sometimes reality shows can put you in a really peculiar situation. But she wants to know when you're going to lose this attitude, girl. Sue,
come on now, Sue. Now listen, baby. Now let me go and tell you. Now I'm probably going to forever be the way I am right now, okay?
I mean.
This, because people may, put it in a category of attitude. But for me, being confident, being sure of who I am, that's going to remain the same. And because I am that, I'm not just going to just take anything from anybody and just, and just be okay with that. Like, I'm going to probably continue to be this way.
Yes.
And hopefully God puts the right people in my life, who understands that and who gets that. And shout out to the people who've been in my life 15, 20, 30 years and I'm still cool with. Like, we get each other.
Yeah,
so
can we get some snaps for that?
Woo, child, some people just don't get it, and they are just as basic as F. Now, how dare she surge from the ashes and the doldrums of post-divorce and rebrand herself and soar like a phoenix and have multi-million-dollar businesses, plural. Child, some people just don't get it. Let's continue.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to, first of all, halt? Are you just really going to get rid of the last name?
Absolutely, I am. So when I first started the process of doing a name change, which was a year ago, the reason it stopped was because you can't have an open case, legal case in Alabama and change your last name. They won't let you change it while you have a case going on. So everyone knows that my ex and I, have this custody thing going on. So that's the only reason why.
Okay. Well, you guys heard that one. And this prayer. I mean, Martell, have you really... The prayer, have you really just sat there? Because you said, listen, I forgot about the prayer on the end of the season on Saturday. So what's up with the prayer? Did you say the prayer? Do you want to pray with him? Do you want him back?
No to all of those. Can I say that?
You can
no
say
to
no.
all of
Be
those.
honest, sis. Be honest.
No to all of those. And to be honest, so the show only showed some of it. No one saw what he asked me. They heard what he said he asked me. So literally, it was our children's Christmas party. I was at the school, so he was at the school, going to the car. He kept me outside of my car for like 40 minutes. I don't want to learn to love nobody else. And I want us to take walks in the park again. And will you please just pray about it? Will you please just pray? And after a while, and it was kind of cold. It was in December. So after a while, I was like, yeah, I'll pray about it. I'm going to pray about it because I wanted to go.
Right.
So that's why he was, I guess, really thought I was going to pray about it. But it's nothing for me to pray. God been said go.
Nope.
And so.
Woo, child, I believe everything Melody is saying. He kept her out in the cold for 40 minutes. That Bama may as well have kept her out for 40 days and 40 nights, okay? See, he plays in front of the cameras with that bullshiggity as if he's saying, oh no, I just want her to pray about us co-parenting. We see you with your gaslighting ass, Martell. We see you and we know you for your works, brother.
Oh.
And that's a wrap. I mean, because you went through a lot with him on that show. And the disrespect as a whole, it's like, yo, No, but sis, you have rised up. You
Thank
look
you.
wonderful. You look good. Again,
Thank
very
you.
well educated. I'm just really happy that you didn't lose yourself in going through that divorce, because oftentimes women, they lose themselves and you didn't. It's like, listen, it made you brighter. It's like you shining.
And that's real. And that's
Yeah.
real. And I tell people it's so important to be mindful of who you're connected to.
Yeah.
Who you're connected to can either hinder your favor or advance your favor. And sometimes you're connected to the wrong people. And when you start to remove those people out of your life, and when you start to see God's blessings falling and raining on you like never before, and like you say, you have this glow and there's this new energy and there's this new vibe and it's all positive, then you know that you got rid of the dead weight that you needed to get rid of. Dead, literally, dead weight, gone, right? And so I feel great about life. I feel great about where I am. And I know that I moved and left that situation, because you said you went through so much.
Yeah.
That's what y'all saw.
Yeah.
It's way more that took place behind the scenes, you know? And so me surviving all of that, I'm proud of myself too. And I thank God every day.
Oh, good. Well, I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you really have gotten to this point. But what about co-parenting? I do believe co-parenting is so important, especially when we're talking about African-American kids.
Yeah.
How is that working out for you guys?
Unfortunately, it hasn't been the best. And I think that when you talk about effective co-parenting, you have to have two people who, first of all, understand and have the same goal. So if you have one who's wanting a situation of reconciliation and you have one that's not, when those disappointments happen, right, then you end up having an issue with the co-parenting, because then there's the difficulty that starts happening. They start being super difficult, start being disrespectful, and it just makes it tough. To be honest with you, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, he sent me 10 dozen roses.
I thought he was Sheree from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
10 dozen roses. Now they stayed in the
That
garage.
man is confused.
But I know it's weird. And
so you feel like he wants you back?
not feel like.
You know.
I know, absolutely. And so it's just, I said we could co-parent better if you let this piece of us go, so that we can, it can get to a point where it's like, hey, I'm going, we're going to take the kids, bring your boo, I bring my boo. Let's have, go have a good trip together or go out to eat together.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get there if you stay in that place, and that place has been long gone.
Yeah. I cannot believe it. He seemed like he's, I want to be happy and I've moved on. Yeah, you on Real Housewives of Atlanta doing your thing. He still wants you back. See? That's what I'm saying. That brother right there needs some. He said he was in therapy, though. That's on the show. He's supposed to be in therapy.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's so much, because, again, reality show, like you said, it cut up so many different episodes where you really don't see the behind the scenes of really what's moved in, right?
I do.
Okay, so, is he, like, popular celebrity and,
No, he's not.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I didn't want to date a celebrity. I didn't want to date anyone in entertainment.
Yeah.
I knew that whatever situation I had after that, because my relationship and marriage had been so public, I wanted something that was very private, very calm, right? A resting place for me and for my spirit, not with all the extra and the opinions from everybody. And so it's worked out very.
And I'm happy you have gotten to a place where you can feel like, okay, well, listen, dude, just go on about your business. Let's co-parent and let's just move on.
I've been there for about 2 years now.
Okay. Thank you so much for stopping by. Love and Marriage Huntsville. You can check it out on Saturdays on OWN. Again, middays with J Dash on 98.
Baby, melodyshari dropped some piping hot tea, didn't she? Honey, I was waiting on this interview, I said, because I knew this sister was going to ask all the right questions. Now, the interview that she did, like with one of the gentlemen at the radio station, I said, nah, he ain't asking the right questions. He was polite, though. But y'all drop down in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think. This is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.